Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. I am your host, CLG. This podcast exists because there are too many people in the world suffering from perfectionism, and I don't want you to be one of them. Today's topic is a hot one. What you are not supposed to know about perfectionism, what they don't want perfectionists to know about perfectionism. One thing that I definitely want to draw your attention to is previously, I only worked with clients in like a private jet type way, rewiring your perfectionism and permanently change the way that you make decisions and view the world. Let's say that destination is Maui. So the only way that I offered for people to get to Maui was like, hey, take a private jet, we'll have champagne, your bags will be unpacked and ready at your destination, yada, yada, yada. It was 6 months. That's how I previously worked with clients exclusively. I challenged myself. I looked at my most successful clients and I reverse engineered it. And I came up with the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator. And what it is still a private one-on-one customized experience with me. The difference is that we get you your results in 6 weeks and costs way, way less than it does to work with me for 6 months. There are lots of really cool bonuses right now for the month of August, including your personalized perfectionist playbook. And what that is, during the 6 weeks that we work together, I take notes that are delivered to you within 30 minutes of each one of our sessions. That's one of the cool perks of the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator. And on top of that, there are certain things that okay, when I say this or when I do this, it's a warning sign to check what's going on. And so what I do is I combine all of those, just like things to look for, systems, protocols that we create for you during our time together. And I consolidate it into a beautiful book for you to take with you. So you have this lifetime companion for you to leverage your perfectionism. And it also has like energy psychology stuff in there, neuroplasticity. If you decide to do hypnotherapy with me, like rapid transformational therapy, then there's stuff in there. It's really fucking cool. I'm super pumped about it. And that personalized book is a special for August. Go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator to check that out. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you the best part. Your results are guaranteed. I have a money back satisfaction guarantee for this offer. So like I am taking on all the risk in that, like if you feel that you do not get the level of service that is promised to you, then you can ask for your money back and I will give it all to you. Definitely go and check that out. CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator. Okay. What you're not supposed to know about perfectionism. I have researched, I read academic journals for fun, just because I'm a nerd. I take my perfectionism and how meta is this, and I use that obsession to learn more and more about this wonderful neurodiversity that exists within us. And one thing that I was shocked by in reading tediously hundreds of academic studies on perfectionism is that every single study on perfectionism from the last decade shows that when perfectionism is healthy, perfectionists and everyone in their orbit flourish. Now, I'm sure that some of you are like how I used to be, and you think that perfectionism is bad. Perfectionism exists on a scale. There is a wide spectrum, right? Like the earth is not flat, neither is perfectionism. There is a multidimensional scale of perfectionism. With that, there is the maladaptive side of it, and that is how mainstream media and how most of us just refer to perfectionism as, right? It's compulsive striving, it's driven by shame, it's executed in a harmful way. It often leads to people-pleasing, procrastination, analysis paralysis, self-sabotage, and isolation. You can never be proud because nothing's ever good enough. And we have been misled to believe that perfectionism equals maladaptive perfectionism. like that it's like a monolithic, all-encompassing disadvantage that is plaguing high achievers everywhere. But in reality, there is a multidimensional scale of perfectionism. And in fact, the latest research shows that perfectionism now impacts 92% of humans. 92% of humans are impacted by perfectionism. And so that it's just like glaringly obvious that the amateur hour, outdated practices of, trying to overcome who you are or lower your standards or settle for mediocre work, like just do B- work, like that doesn't work. Like it doesn't work. I mean, fighting who you are never, ever, ever works. And for you to know that perfectionism isn't all bad, it's only maladaptive perfectionism. The best analogy that I came up with for this is like, let's say the definition of parenting was beating your kids and sex trafficking them. Yes, I am using very extreme analogies because I'm a perfectionist and perfectionists are extreme by nature, and also to get your attention to wake the F up. If that's what our definition of parenting was, if I thought, okay, so I beat my kids and I sex traffic them, then I wouldn't want to be a parent, right? But we know that that isn't what the definition of being a parent is. Some parents do that, but that would be maladaptive parenting, to put it lightly. That is not the way that parenting is in general. Parenting is not just like one, oh, that's bad, I don't want to be a parent. No, there's actually a lot of benefit. When someone is a healthy parent, it benefits everyone around them. Same thing with perfectionism. Perfectionism is not flat. It exists on a scale. If you are not enjoying your flavor of perfectionism, it's not perfectionism, it's maladaptive perfectionism. And the cool part about that is that you can change that at any age, at any time. It doesn't matter how long you've been set in your ways or how many programs you've tried. And as someone who tried to overcome her perfectionism with sheer will, or trying to do things that I didn't really enjoy, because I love color coding my bookshelves. I love being organized. I love doing subtle details that most people don't notice, but I do. Trying to deny those parts of myself is just another weird way of fighting yourself. And so I can guarantee that the reason why you haven't solved your perfectionism is because you've just been going about it the wrong way. If you know what you're doing, you don't need a lot of time. That's why I created the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator. All that you need to do is the right things the right way. That's exactly what I give you inside the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, and also what I give you a taste of on this podcast. So, number one, perfectionism isn't bad. Number two, stop trying to overcome it. That doesn't work. And then number three is another analogy for you, and that is about to think of perfectionism like mushrooms. There are a lot of varieties. Some mushrooms are deadly, while others are truffles. They are chef's kiss delicious. And maladaptive perfectionism is like a poisonous deadly mushroom, while healthy adaptive perfectionism is like Italian white Alba truffles, a rare culinary treasure. And when you paint all of perfectionism as maladaptive perfectionism, it is like mistaking fungus for truffles. It really is like having a pinhole perspective. I just want you to put your hands up to the side of your face and then narrow it in. It's like you're not a pinhead. When you are viewing your perfectionism as this terrible thing, it really stops you from cashing in on your full potential, because you are seeing your perfectionist traits as a liability instead of the actual incredible asset that they already are. If you are blaming your perfectionism for anything, you are suffering from a victim mentality, meaning that there is something outside of you that is more powerful than you are, even something inside of you that's more powerful than you are. You are outsourcing your agency and your power as a human being, as a creator, to perfectionism or being a perfectionist. And even overcoming it, it's saying that it's this battle, instead of you taking the perspective of that you are in charge of everything and that everything is within your control, including perfectionism. Just the victim mentality is terrible. Not in a judgy way, because like I lived there for so long, but it's like, just stop dining out on it. Whatever diagnosis you have, don't dine out on it. Don't blame it for anything. Whenever you are blaming anything, you are saying, I want you to think about this. This like made it so I never blamed anything again. You are saying subconsciously that thing has more power than I do. You're saying, I will be your victim. And we have way too many victims in the world, and especially perfectionists. You are all so powerful. The way that I view working with you and the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator is, if you've ever seen the show She-Hulk on Disney, some of like my staunch feminist friends were like, I couldn't get past the name. And I'm like, get past the name and just watch episode 1. But on the show She-Hulk, she gets these powers of like being the Hulk, and she doesn't understand them. And she tries to fight herself. And then these powers come out in these really maladaptive, weird, embarrassing type ways. And so then she goes to this like island with her uncle, played by Mark Ruffalo, who is the Hulk. And he like teaches her, like, this is how you can learn to leverage and constrain and contain and to really strengthen like these powers that you have and use them for good. And that's exactly what we do together inside the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator. We can be She-Hulks or He-Hulks, or if you're non-binary like me, We-Hulks. I don't know what we're calling ourselves. If you want the best insights from today's episode along with a transcript delivered to your inbox, then go to perfectionismrewired.com and sign up to be on the Perfectionist Guide newsletter. That is it for today.